Now we are going to start a new series about the art and craft, how the impact of this in the young children. I'm going to give you some scientific impacts and the emotional impact that is going to create in the art and craft. This is classified for the age group with the growth development of milestone. That is, a child growing, there is a milestone, the growth of milestone, and how this will impact in shaping the child, its mind, its character, its psychology. See, nothing is independent. Everything is interrelated, interdependent, and integrated in everyone's life. Let's look at this. We have taken the theme, inculcate family and human values. In this, the main components are mother, father, elders, and the teachers. I emphasize the meaning of teacher here is the teacher is a person to whom we go to learn a particular subject for a particular duration, and then once we are through that particular stage, we develop to the next stage. Right? At the time that this teacher will not be relevant for your next stage. That is why we call as a teacher here. In every child, we have introduced a traditional culinary, then drawing and painting, kolam, paper craft, beadwork, artwork, eco art, tailoring, needle craft, and traditional art. This particular activity is designed for class 1 and class 7 because the theme of inculcate family and human values is starting with the standard 1 and repeated in standard 7. That is, when a child starts its life, it starts with the parents, the elders, then the teachers and friends and all that. So this forms as a part of family and human values. Now, why it is repeated on the 7th standard? The first six standards, the child's milestone will not start questioning. The psychology of a child will, it's like a capsular. The capsular story, what it is, what you do, the monkeys also do. So the child, what you do, the child also will do. If you walk, the child would like to walk. If you start talking in front of the child will try mimicking the mouth, the lips. So they used to say, the elders used to tell us when we were children, they used to look at our eyes and make more movement to our lips, their lips, so that we try mimicking our lips. So what we thought, the first 6 years, let us do the mimicking psychology to the children, and then from 7th standard onwards, we try reasoning out these things in a scientific way, but we would have already connected the traditional method. So introduce the emotional quotient and the scientific reasoning to the next generation. Thus, the whole value system gets deeply embedded in the subconscious of a child who is willing to do this work. How to get the willingness? By creating the interest. Inspire them, motivate them. Which can motivate anybody? Some competitions, some outdoor activity, not the classroom activity, without any notebook. Such things will interest anyone, isn't it? So we are trying that work with you all. I'm sure it's not for any particular school or a particular standard. We are saying the first standard means it's up to 5 years. Up to 5 years. So 5 to 6 will be the age group that comes in first standard. So why we have put traditional culinary for first standard child? Can the child cook? Yes. We have introduced the cooking without stove, without any chilli ingredient. We have added pal aval. That is, aval means, you know, the poha that comes the puffed rice. Aval nu sollum. Aval it's rich in carbohydrate. A child needs more of glucose, carbohydrate, because it needs more energy. What the milk gives? The milk gives all metals and minerals and nutrients. Milk is supposed to be a wholesome food. So the child gets carbohydrate and added sugar, palm sugar, and then little bit of grated coconut. Grated coconut is the good fat. Coconut is a good fat, and the coconut which is grated will be soft and juicy. It will be also sweet. So what do? We take little 1 cup of aval, poha, half cup of milk, half teaspoon of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of grated coconut. For smell, you can add cardamom. Cardamom is good for heart. And maybe you can add saffron and just mix it well. Give the child. It is like pal sadam, milk rice. The child can eat. This poha will get digested faster than rice. And you don't have to go a cumbersome way of making rice, cooking rice, and then giving all this. The child will know how to self-sustain itself without any help from the parents or the elders or depending on anybody. If this is available, the child can make and eat. Now, the carbohydrate has gone in. What the child will have for drinking? The child will have panakam. What is panakam? Panakam is nothing else other than the jaggery water. The jaggery water, drops of lime, maybe 1 or 2 drops of lime, a pinch of dry ginger powder, a speck of cardamom powder, mix all that. Okay, how this helps the child? The ginger powder is good for digestion. The iron, the jaggery contains iron, which is necessary for a child, for anybody for that matter. And drops of lime, it is citrus. It is good for creating antibodies. The child's one good food with a drink is already ready. Now, if you want your child to eat what you cook, You cook just plain rice, little bit of dal, plain dal. Don't add anything in that. Don't create more complication for a child's tongue. Don't do that. Just make plain rice, dal, thorambarappu, tur dal. Cook it nicely, smash it and give it to the child. Put a little bit of salt and good amount of clarified butter, that is ghee. Ghee is good fat, dal is protein, rice is carbohydrate, you have sodium, which is the salt. Give all that, make the child sit on the floor, that is squatting on the floor. Make the child crush the rice by its hand and eat by itself. See, these are the things that we did normally, but today it is necessary that we should explain why you have to do all that. By making a child sit on the floor, that is squatting on the floor, when it sits like that, its spine will become erect, its anus closes, the intestines gets pushed, the lower intestine gets squeezed, the upper part of the intestine becomes loose, and then when the child crushes, pisiyardu, with the hand, the right hand have all the nerves that is necessary for digestion. Let's play a small game. You all dry your mouth like this. Swallow all your saliva. Just keep doing this with your hand. Watch your mouth. Your salivary gland will start working. When the saliva is formed, it's produced, immediately you feel that you have to swallow it. Here, your peristalsis movement starts. Your trachea gets closed. Your esophagus opens. The small action of doing this. Now, when the child takes the food and eats, its eye, ear, nose, everything, when it goes near, its sensory organs starts working. The brain gives a command, open your mouth. It gives the command, bite, chew. When it is like a good gravy, it's a solution, a hard solution. It goes inside your mouth. The child gulps it. It's not like you taking a spoon of food and just throwing it into the, it's like, no, the bucket wheel escalator. It just throws the mud. The child knows that it has to eat. You made the child not forget how to eat. So these three activities comes under traditional cooking. This is for a first standard child. Now I'll give you for the 7th standard child. Kai murukku sutral. Have you heard of this murukku? It is rice flour with little bit of urad dal, salt, and you add jeera. Make the dough and you keep doing like this. That is, you keep rotating your fingertips. What happens? You are activating your capillary parts. The sensitive, most maximum blood flow in a hand, in a body, is the tip of the fingers. That's why even for a blood test, they come and just do a small prick. If a pin, safety pin, pricks your finger, you get blood. If blade cuts, you get so much of blood. Why? The fingertip has a lot of capillaries that carries the blood. So you give little pressure to this and keep doing this. You are activating your brain, you are acting your circulation, blood circulation. And what happens? It is the child will say everything should be in a same manner, similarity. When the similarity is required, the mind works, the eye works, the brain works. So it is hand, eye, brain coordination. By this, what happens? The child's reflex system works. So our traditional culinary keeps our mind and body fit. But today we don't want. Many kitchens are closed. Nobody knows how to make murku. We buy from some snack store. So revive that. Then pal kodakata. Again, how do you make pal kodakata? It is rice, nicely grind it. Don't put it in the mixie or in the grinder. You do it in the article, the hand grinder. So what happens? Your left hand and right hand, it makes it work and make the soft dough, and then cook it well. Then roll it. When you are rolling again, the same theory of murku comes. Then use jaggery water. Put these small balls into it. Let it get cooked. So the fat, rice, carbohydrate and the iron from jaggery unites, it joins. Then finally add coconut milk. It's a good fat again, and add cardamom powder and saffron. You can season it with cashew nuts, kismis, all that. Is it not nice? I think you must try this. So the 7th standard child can make that. Am I right? It's not a tedious job. It's little bit of stuff there. Then, how many of you have heard about the sundaka? That small green thing with lot of seeds. That is the highest of iron. You can get it in the market. You can get vattal, but I am talking about the pacha sundaka. Make a vatta korambu with that. Vatta korambu has tamarind, that is tartaric acid. That is good for your blood. Then comes, if you want, you can add onion, you can add tomatoes, you can add some dal. These things are your options. I will tell you how to do it. Just grind 1 tomato, half onion, and take little bit of tamarind, soak it in the boiling water for some time, grind it well. Nicely grind it in the mixie. Sieve it. You will lose only little bit of that, the last byproduct. You will lose only very little, and then put it in a small kadai, some gingerly oil, mustard seed, tur dal, methi, fenugreek, some 2-3 dry chilies, lot of curry leaves, little bit of asafoetida, perungayam. Put the piece, perungaya piece, and then once it is the mustard is spluttering, you can pour the onion, nicely grind it, make it into golden brown, then add the tomato. Nicely you make the tomato into a thick paste and then add little bit of molaga pudi, chili, red chili powder, little bit of dhania powder, then this green chundaka which is there, you must nicely squeeze it, wash it in 2-3 times in good water. Some may suggest to use little bit of this chunnambu so that any pesticide that is there, it will come out. And then wash it nicely, sieve it, put that also, nicely let it get cooked, then pour that tamarind juice. Whenever you use tamarind juice, you must use jaggery. That is the antidote. Whenever you have tomato, you must have some sugar in it. So for tomato as well as for jaggery, we are putting the little bit of sugar. Tamarind, we are putting jaggery. And then we make the thing. Remove it, add little bit of coconut milk in that and give. This will help. Why we are adding coconut milk is if you have ulcer, this coconut milk will soothe it. Because this tartaric acid and the chili powder will irritate the stomach if you have ulcer. Whereas this coconut milk will soothe it. It will become a coat on the intestines. That is why we are asking you to use that. See, there are many things like this which we have given in the books. So I have taken 1 or 2, 3 things because it's a too long list to give that. Then next one we go for drawing. Drawing and painting. For drawing and painting, for the first standard, we have gone for joining the dots. Make a picture of a mother, father, your own mother and father, and then start making. You will feel that you have drawn your mother, you have drawn your father, drawn your teacher, drawn your grandmother, grandfather. So you get thrilled at that. When you are joining the dots, what happens? Your concentration level increases. A child needs to increase the concentration in the very young age itself. And you take the drawing for 7th standard, you can make the mother and child, father and child, teacher and student, mother, father and children, grandparents and parents and your brother, sister, children. You can make different type of drawings, like there's playing in the swing. When you think that you have to draw your family picture, your mind goes deep into it, and once you draw, it gets registered. That's why we are asking you to draw and paint, and all these things makes you feel that you are a part of the family, and it slows your agitation, excitement, and it calms you.